Are you a woman that is knowledgeable, honest, loyal, giving, successful, has all of the power, has all of this generosity, and is super, super sexy and has all of the values that men just die for? If yes, then probably this channel is not for you. But if not, and if you would like to find out more about what to do to become that woman, this is for you. When I think of this, it's always such a beautiful choice to make for each of us. On one hand, on one side, you know yourself, you know your own values, you know your norms, and you know how you come up to this world. And on the other hand, there is maybe a vision of you how you would like to be. And this vision of you of how you would like to show up, the characteristics of you being successful, the way you imagine yourself is on this other side. So, what is in between those two sides? Let's find out more together. My name is Ania Haas, and I am an expert in body and mind connection. I take the science and I connect it with energy knowledge. I put it together, and voila, I am wanting to explore so much of this which is invisible to our eye but has such a huge impact in our life. If this is something that resonates with you and you want to be my friend, please subscribe right now, and that will help me to connect with you in a more regular basis. Thank you so much for that. All right, without further ado, let's talk about the courage to be yourself. As from the very beginning, I mentioned that there is this part of you that is here, and this part of you that sometimes wishes to be here. So, what is in between those two visions of yourself? There is a wall. There is a wall of you not allowing yourself to be who you supposed to be. This vision of you, as you envision yourself from time to time, is the possibility of you becoming this person. The person you are right now, you are because of everything that happened in the past. So you are the norms, and so you are the norms, and you are like the stack of all of your past experiences. They shaped who you are today at this moment. Many times we go through the process of self-sabotaging, when we want very gently reach and grab something that is from this vision of us as we want it to be in the future. We have this string back pulling us to where we belong. When we belong to this energy and to something that we grew up with. I wanted to give you a little bit insight about where I came from. I came from Poland, and I was born in the 70s, and it was the time of the communism. I grew up in a families that we all were the same. Communism is making everyone to be equal, to be the same. So when we were growing up, I was always under impression that I am exactly the same as every of my friends. Everyone. We had the same clothes. You would go to a home. We all had the same furniture. We were just raised to be the same as everyone else. I was shocked when I came first time to United States, because that made me open my eyes to see how there is such a pressure for individualism in United States. In United States, you can be who you want to be from the very beginning. And then it made me think, is this really true? Because what it means to be yourself from the very beginning, you can't be yourself from the very beginning. It's not possible because paradoxically you're becoming a person that grows in a specific environment. So when you grow up in Italian family setting, it's going to be this family setting. If you grew up in Chinese setting, it's going to be this type of setting. If you grew up in any type of setting, then this is going to be this type of setting. If their parents are mixed, then it's specific setting. So what you are the energy of your parents. You are the traditions that were given to you. You are the belief systems of your parents given to you as a child growing up. If your parents were very open-minded and they were giving you opportunities and ways to grow, and they were giving you free space and wings to grow into direction you want, that's amazing. But many times the parents projected on us their own insecurities, their own belief systems that are very active inside of us. Probably up to this point, all of us, we have those residuals of the past experiences, and we have voices inside of our heads telling us certain things to make us feel very little. We have to choose to consciously work with those limitations. I call them self-limitations, but these are the voices inside of us. That's just this part of our mind that wants to keep us safe, because what we grew up with keep those past experiences, it's nothing other than the protection of our own mind to make us feel safe. Because when we are in the protection of this stack of beliefs, we feel that we are safe. As soon as we want to peek and see what is some other places, it's almost invisible voices telling you right away, or pushing you and sabotaging you to pull you back to where you belong. The question is, what would you want to do with that? And this is the question of becoming conscious versus sleeping. When you live in this automatic mode, when you choose to just be who you grew up to be, you're choosing to be a sleeper. You are right in the middle of those two choices at this point, and always in the point right here, right now. You always have a point of choosing between those two words, a sleeping word and awakened word. When you decide, and I hope it will happen, to start taking steps towards this who you want to be, you have to understand there will be resistance. And the resistance is not something sinful to make you feel so bad so you run back to where you belong, but it's something that you can understand by you telling yourself, okay, I know what's going on. I know that I want to become this person. I want to be what my desire is, what my intuition tells me. But in order to get there, I know that there's going to be resistance on my road. And when you start realizing that, you can totally let go of your fear. The fear is one of the reasons why we hold ourselves very little. Especially us women, we are scared to become different than expected from the outside world. Because what others are going to say if you're going to show up strongly, what others will say if you are going to have this interest and not that interest. You are here to live your life. You're not here to feel suppressed. You're not here to live the expectations of others, expectations of parents, expectations of teachers, expectations of the government. You're not here to live their expectations. You were born into your body to live freely and experience your life, and no one can tell you what is good or what is wrong for you yourself. You can utilize your heart and your own intuition, which is in your gut, to help you and guide you through your life. But don't compare yourself to others. Don't make yourself feel little, because when you do it, you push yourself back to this little space that you created for yourself. I wanted to tell you that your mind is brilliant. Your mind is brilliant, but your mind is like a computer that is just writing numbers 1 0 1 0 1 0 for every equation. Your mind is giving you possibility based on a past experiences. It can only create projection of what may occur in the future without actually knowing what's going to happen in the future. So it's almost like prognosing and guessing based on the experiences from your past. Sometimes those experiences from the past are not so positive. And because there is fear connected to not the most positive experiences, your mind creates projection based on that fear. All of the experiences, they don't need to be negative just because something happened negative in the past. It may be positive. For example, if you had bad experiences with men in the past or significant others, it doesn't mean that every next man or every other significant other will be exactly the same or will give you exactly the same experience. It's only inside of your own belief system. And until you shift something on the inside, your experience might be like this because you already projected like this into the future. But know that nothing happens in life accidentally. We create our life based on the energy field we are in at this moment. And what I mean by this, that when you have belief system that men are bad or your significant others are bad, that you are not good enough, that you can't do something, and you strongly believe in that, imagine what are you creating into the future. You have responsibility inside of you to change this. And this is your personal work. If you are not going to change the way your old belief system is, you're going to recreate the same pattern all the way to the end of your life. That's why right here in between this and this, there is a asking you to be courageous and start working and start taking your responsibility for the way things happen in your life, because they happen for a reason. What does it mean to be courageous? It means to be brave enough to face something that is very hard to face. I'll just say it again to myself and to you. To be courageous means to be able to take something that is scary inside and look it into face, to be brave enough to look at it. And that's the beauty of the self-work, and that's the beauty of allowing yourself for growth. Without this conscious choice, you will be always staying in this state, sleeping state, hoping that something is going to change. But nothing from the outside will change unless you change. That's why the courage is you. You are the main game player in your life. And of course, there is a lot of things that happen unexpectedly in your life because we don't know what's going to happen into the future. But when you start become conscious and become here and now, you gain opportunity to be courageous and brave instead of hiding and being in a background. To become this courageous person, I call it a wise woman. A wise woman is a woman that understands her power. That understands her power but is not using this power to hurt anyone, because she has full 100% responsibility and knowing that she is responsible not only for herself but for everyone else around her. With this courage, with this bravery, and with this power, and with this feminine energy, which is very creative, she can change everything. She has no fear to face any situation. And my question to you is, are you ready to make this choice? Are you ready to become this who you want to be? And if yes, I wanted to ask you to close your eyes and imagine, how would you be? How would you look like? How would you feel like when you feel beautiful, powerful, successful? And take your time and imagine the words that will come out of your mouth, the gestures that you would make with your body and with your hands. How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you show up to the world? How would you talk to yourself? This is very important because based on that, you can start creating a soft step and bridge between those two. And I wanted to come back a little bit to tell you about the resistance. Because the resistance that is right here at the point of a choice is, it could be hard. Because most of this resistance might come from people that you love the most. And this is the hardest. It's almost like the expectations of others, they need to drop and disappear, and you are the main person, and these projections will be definitely connected to to be sent your way. And as this happens, you might notice the friends you used to have will say, I don't know you anymore. I don't know why are you thinking this way. Maybe your siblings, maybe your significant others will start noticing something that they don't want. So they will say things that worked in the past. They will make you feel small, they will make you feel not relevant, they will make you feel whatever would feel like self sabotage might come from the people that are the closest. Or maybe your child is going to say something, your friend, or even people on the social media. When you share something that will inspire you but it doesn't fit to the reality of others, they may give you a nasty write up underneath whatever you posted, and it's okay. You just have to know when you take this leap, this jump, then the resistance comes. And when you know this, you know that it's going to be a natural step. And when it happens, it means that you do something right, actually, that you do something that is valuable to you. Because if that wouldn't happen, it wouldn't show you that you make progress. So it's a nice step to show your own progress. So instead of you coming back to where you used to be, tell yourself, oh my gosh, I am doing something so amazing. I see my own progress, and you keep going into the direction you want. All right. Thank you so much for being with me today. I want you to be the most beautiful, courageous, strong, knowledgeable, quiet inside, peaceful inside, and happy woman. When I see you being like that, I feel how connected we are. I feel this connection, and I want this connection more than anything, because when there is one woman strong, it's hard to light the light. But when there is many of us, we build community of beautiful, awakened, and wise women. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of hugs, and sending you lots of happiness. Once again, if you didn't have a chance yet to subscribe to my channel, please do it now. I am making these videos every week to help you to rise, to become stronger, to become well, and to be successful, and to be a leader of your own pack. You are the leader of your own life. Own it and live it very openly and very freely, and the way it comes from your heart. Sending you lots of love. Bye.